Okay, we're back today with another quarantine pantry cooking recipe, another staple, which is rice today. We're going to make arroz amarillo. We're going to be doing it in our rice cooker. That's yellow rice, and yellow rice is a staple in our household. We make it all the time. Friends, family love it. Yellow rice ranges in color from yellow to orangey red, depending on the spices you use. A lot of that color comes from ingredients like saffron, which we have here today. You don't have to use saffron in this recipe. Saffron is expensive and it's hard to get, and you may not have it around. But I'll show you some other ways to give it that beautiful color and flavor. So let's get started. Okay, so we started out putting our rice cooker immediately on cook because you want to get it going so that you don't need a saute pan. You can do this all in the rice cooker. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in here, and then we're going to immediately put in our ingredients. I'm throwing in, this is one small chopped onion, but that ends up being about a half to 3/4 cup of onion. You can hear it sizzling. The rice cooker is starting to saute everything for you. I'm also going to add in 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to add in, this is about 1 medium tomato, but you can use canned tomatoes. If you use a 14-ounce can, I would just use half of the can and use the tomatoes for something else. We've got that going. I'm going to add in, this is about a half a cup of cilantro, stems included. Okay, now we've got our veggies in the rice cooker bowl. We're going to start adding the spices, and this is what gives the rice its color. So I'm going to start out with the saffron. They're little threads, little crispy threads. You're just going to take your pinch and just crush it into the rice cooker bowl. I'm going to add the rest in. Now I'm going to add in my Spanish sweet paprika. This is 1.5 to 2 teaspoons of that. We're going to add in a spice packet that contains annatto, the achiote, that ingredient that I said is also another way to give it color. This is 1.5 teaspoons of that as well. Now we're going to add in a healthy pinch of salt. And you can hear it sizzling. We're going to start stirring that together. It's actually sauteing all of the ingredients for you. And we're going to mix this together and let it just marinate for a minute. And you can see that the color is already starting to show up. Okay, so I've been letting these ingredients saute in the bowl of the rice cooker for about 5 minutes. Again, you're going to put it on your high cook function on your rice cooker. This rice cooker is like 20 years old. It's super simple. It has warm and it has cook, so I just have it on cook. Next, I have here a bowl of jasmine rice. This is washed rice. I wash it in a colander, and I let some of the rice starch drain out of it. This is long grain white rice. You shouldn't use parboiled rice for this recipe. It should be a long grain white rice. My recommendation is jasmine, but you can use another. So this is 3 cups of rice. A lot of people get very confused about how much water to rice. For this recipe, you're going to use 1.5 cups of water for every cup of rice. So this is 3 cups of jasmine. We're going to pour that right in here. And this is where getting your rice game up starts, because we're actually going to saute this rice. We're not putting the water in just yet. We are sauteing it. We are getting it all mixed in with the ingredients and getting it colored by all of our delicious spices. And we are actually going to let the rice cook for a bit before we add our water in. Okay, so I have been sauteing this rice dry for about 2 more minutes. I've made sure that it's all consistently got the spices and the veggies all mixed in. The color is this nice, beautiful yellow orange. Now we're going to add in our water. This is 4.5 cups. Remember, I had 3 cups of jasmine rice, so 1.5 cups of water per every 1 cup of rice. This is 4.5 cups of water. Some people use broth. This is a meatless recipe, so I don't use butter in my rice. I don't use chicken broth, but some people do that. So I'm going to pour in our water and get that nice sizzle. I'm going to just scrape the sides, make sure all the rice is down in there. And now it's time for us to put the top on and let it finish its cooking cycle, because the rice cooker will cook at its own temperature and pace and keep the steam all tucked in there to get your rice to its perfect state. We're back and all done. Our rice cooker button has popped up and we have beautiful Arroz Amarillo, and I'm gonna plate it and show you how to finish it. So I've just plated our beautiful Arroz Amarillo. I'm gonna finish it by adding in olives, which are pretty traditional, and then finish it with some extra chopped cilantro. One thing that you want to do is, after you finish your rice in your rice cooker, just leave it in there for a little while, because it sort of continues to carry over cook and it makes your rice even fluffier. And we usually serve this with rice and beans, pernil, or you know, anything you can think of. Enjoy!